Hello and welcome to a training update as promised for You've Got Dirt on You. Weekly updates ended up seeming a bit foolish. There wasn't really that much to tell you guys. I figure I can just post up things as and when with photos through my Instagram account. However, a video every now and then just to let you know how things are going, very worthwhile. So the original plan was all about the wall, if you recall. So this is an attempt to be fit enough to manage a 69-mile ultramarathon come 18th of June. How are we doing towards that objective? Pretty good so far. I'm quietly confident. The plan has been, to recap again, we'll go against how we're doing, to do Insanity in weekday mornings, 3 days a week. That's just in the Monday to Friday period at the moment. And to run 3 to 4 evenings, ever increasing distances as per the Wall's training program. Now, we've missed a bit here and there, but overall, we are making progress, we are attacking it, we are achieving it. There has also been a big change in diet, as one would expect for a program like this. So I am now eating 7 meals a day, smaller, more well thought out meals, and that is helping too. I've lost a huge amount of inches from my waistline. At my fattest, when I was a chunky thing, I was almost a metre wide. That's actually verging on serious health problems. Right now down to 84 centimetres. There's a few more inches to go before I'll be happy. Not quite a rippling six-pack, but we're getting there. In terms of raw power, though, which is what it's all about, the day after Judgment Day, I did the Coventry Half Marathon. Now, my previous fastest in October was 2 minutes 13 plus change. It's not exactly a quick time. It's a decent time for a fun runner. Well, it's a good time for a fun runner. It's a decent time for a beginner. But it's not a serious time. It's not really... I hate the word athlete at this point. It makes me sound really pretentious. But it's not really an athlete's time. It's not a serious time. So... turning up and finding that I'd managed to knock 24 minutes off that in 3 months was a bit of a shock. I was hoping to kind of beat 2:10, maybe get that sub 2 hour objective. Instead, I'm now looking at the Severn Bridge Half in August and wondering, well, I can definitely get it sub 140. What about 135, 130? Who knows? That's after the Wall, but just stick with the program and who knows what may be possible. How am I finding Insanity? The original Insanity that everyone heard of was a lot of fun for 2 months. My training partner Keelia and I have switched over to Max 30, which is hilarious. At first I didn't like it. I do now. Once you get the knack of it, it's quite a lot of fun. It's also really nice in that we can double up the sessions, which is what we have been doing most mornings, to get a full hour's sweat done. At some point, I need to get her in front of this camera. The woman's completed 2 sessions. She's managed to max out, and she's not slacking. I think she'd be quite interesting. Although apparently my form is terrible. So still a lot of work for me to do on that. The evening running is going really well. I'm feeling really comfortable. It's been a long time since it's taken me... well, I'm now constantly sub 1 hour 10k or 6 mile or however far I can be bothered to go. I need to go further now, though, so we will see how that goes. I need to also plan my routes a little bit better, because I don't like running down somewhere and then doing a 180. That's just kind of boring. Unfortunately, I have to make the consideration of I live in a city, I'm running in the dark, and there is no one at home to help me if I fall over and do something to myself. So I have to stay with the streetlights. I tend to run down verges, to be quite honest with you. So I am on the grass in a pair of horribly cheap more miles, but it's working, in short. And also when I get to run in the day on weekends, much, much nicer for going around the parks, etc. Obviously a nice calendar of events, not doing anything stupid. I think the hardest thing was Relentless, which hopefully you've watched the video of. If not, plug. Watch my Relentless Suffering video. That was 23 miles. That felt surprisingly good. Didn't feel great at the time, obviously. But I feel now that I could run a marathon, which is not a statement I expected to make at this point in the year. You know, just a bog standard road marathon, nothing flashy or fancy. Not saying I would get a particularly great time, but it's capable. I can do it. That's an achievement. So now all I've got to do is do 3 of them, and it'll be fine. I think we can do it. In terms of kit, I've had a recommendation of, I'm probably mispronouncing this horribly, Hoka Huacas for the footwear. I would love to hear what anyone who has previously done the wall would recommend. I know there's a lot of advice from people also attempting it for the first time, but I'm really curious on those who've done it and know what we're going to be up against. Similarly, I would love to hear some news on what kind of race pack or vest, because honestly, I've never gone that far before, so advice from those in the know greatly appreciated. I will share more knowledge, and I'll no doubt wave shiny pieces of kit around in future videos for you. So, it's going well. It's going really, really well. Work have given me a pass, so I can so I can get in before the office opens, which means the ability to run in some mornings when the weather is a bit more pleasant is also there, or if my training partner is sick or otherwise unavailable. Again, I can get a nice long run into the office. There's a shower upstairs on the 6th floor, so I can be sat at my desk looking rather smug on time, having had a bit of exercise and save myself a train fare. Don't knock it, it's always good. Another way to squeeze something in where you need to. Anyway, if anybody else is keeping some kind of diary on their own progress, again, I'd love to do some cross-posting, maybe even collaborating, or just go for a jog together, you know, do some training together. It's nice to get a bit of company when you're doing these things. Please do drop me a line. Please use Facebook for that, just because it's the thing I check the most. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying these updates. I will try and make them more common, and I will start using the Instagram account and photos to let you know how things are going on a far more regular basis. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the dirt.